negotiation remains one of the most heavily invested areas in corporate development. Organizations send leaders to programs that refine tactics, strengthen persuasion, and improve deal-making strategy. These programs often deliver value. However, in multilingual and multicultural environments, negotiation capability alone is no longer sufficient. Today's high-stakes negotiations take place across languages, across cultures, and across unequal power structures. They unfold in hybrid meetings, under time pressure, and often in a shared language that is not equally mastered by all participants. In this environment, breakdown rarely occurs because someone lacked a strategy. It occurs because meaning became unstable. An agreement may be reached, yet interpretation may differ. A concession may be offered, yet trust may not increase. A statement may be strategically correct, yet culturally destabilizing. Traditional negotiation training assumes shared understanding. In global environments, that assumption is fragile. The structural gap beneath negotiation. Every negotiation operates within four interacting dimensions: language, culture, power, and process. When these dimensions are aligned, negotiation feels efficient. When they are misaligned, friction appears, often subtly at first. Language differences affect nuance, tone, and perceived certainty. Cultural expectations influence how directness, hierarchy, humor, and feedback are interpreted. Power dynamics shape confidence, perceived authority, and willingness to challenge. Process assumptions determine how quickly trust develops and how decisions are formally confirmed. Most negotiation programs focus on influence and tactics. Very few address the structural instability created when these four dimensions interact under pressure. The result is predictable: agreements that appear successful at signing but generate friction during implementation. This is the gap MC3 was designed to close. What MC3 adds to negotiation capability? The MC3 method does not replace negotiation training. It strengthens it. Where negotiation programs teach strategy, MC3 develops diagnostic awareness. It equips leaders to recognize meaning asymmetry before it escalates into resistance. It trains professionals to identify when identity threat, hierarchy expectations, or uneven language fluency are distorting discussion. It provides tools to stabilize clarity in moments where speed and pressure would otherwise reduce precision. In practice, this means that negotiation outcomes are not only agreed upon, they are aligned. MC3 builds the communication infrastructure that allows negotiation skill to operate effectively in complex environments. Without that infrastructure, even strong negotiators can unknowingly trigger escalation through tone, phrasing, or process assumptions. From deal-making to risk management. In multinational organizations, the cost of negotiation instability rarely appears immediately. It emerges later as delayed execution, quiet disengagement, reputational tension, or the need for compliance oversight. These consequences are often attributed to operational issues, yet their origins can frequently be traced back to misaligned meaning at the negotiation stage. By embedding MC3 into leadership development, organizations move negotiation from a tactical exercise to a form of communication risk management. Leaders learn not only how to persuade, but how to protect interpretive stability. They learn how to maintain authority without triggering cultural defensiveness, how to clarify disagreement without escalating identity threat, and how to ensure that agreement in English reflects agreement in understanding. Positioning negotiation within governance. As organizations expand globally, negotiation can no longer be treated as an isolated competency. It must sit within a broader framework of multilingual and multicultural communication governance. MC3 provides that framework. It integrates negotiation behavior with operational trust, identity awareness, process clarity, and measurable communication impact. It enables leaders to treat negotiation as a live audit of communication maturity rather than a standalone event. The question is no longer simply whether a deal was secured. The question is whether shared meaning was stabilized. In complex global environments, that distinction determines whether agreements endure or unravel.